First, there was aggressive trivia, then came unfair trivia. This week, Joseph brings the subjective trivia to the class.
Oh, it's time for class.
Class is in session!
Roll call!
Bueller?
I'm gonna be late for class.
Bueller?
Am I hallucinating here? Just what in the hell do you think you're doing?
Late for shows.
You are mine now. You belong to me.
Did you study for the test?
No more complaining. No more Mr. Kimble to go to the bathroom. Nothing. There is no bathroom.
Hello, classmates, and welcome to another episode of Middle Class Film Class. I'm your host for today, Pete.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Joseph.
And we have a dynamite show for you today. Welcome to everyone on YouTube Live joining us in the chat and otherwise on YouTube. And of course, all the OG audio-only classmates listening still in podcast land. What's up, fellas?
Hi.
What's up?
Tyler, you look like you're on ready to go to like a lowrider show.
A what?
Lowrider show. Flannel buttoned all the way to the top.
All the way to the top.
That's just how I wear my flannels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I used to not do that, but I think it looks cooler.
Oh, okay. You should do just the top and then leave the rest unbuttoned, like a proper cholo.
Yeah, I did do that for a hot minute there when I was a teenager.
Is that appropriation?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I have a little Mexican in me, so
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, where is it?
What?
Where is he? What? Is that true though? Is that actually true?
Yeah, my mom's father is Mexican.
Really?
Full blood Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So then you don't have a little, you have a quarter.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
I
because
don't.
your mom would be half Mexican, right? Your mom's half
Your
Mexican?
mom's half Mexican?
Yeah, yeah.
Jamie, weigh in on this, please. I know you listen.
No, she's proud of it. She always
She's half Mexican.
She will always say
Half Mexican.
Yeah.
Half.
She's white presenting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like quarter Spanish.
Well,
but Spanish is very different than
my
Mexican.
grandmother is Swedish,
mine
and
too.
my grandfather is Mexican.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh. Goes all the way to the top, like that
all
button.
the way to the top. So is it appropriation? I don't know. Maybe our Mexican listeners can weigh in on this.
I'm offended. I'm not even Mexican.
By buttoning up one button on the flannel?
Yes. It's also those Adidas shell toes you're wearing. The freshly pressed Dickies.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Those are Ben Davis pants.
Well, yeah.
You had baggy shorts that went all the way down to like
To the ankles.
to the ankle and the tall white socks.
Yeah, I'm slowly converting into an LAite.
Los Angelian.
Los Angelian.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't know.
Angelinos. I think
Yeah.
that's what it is. Angelinos. What's up, Bruce? Bruce is in the chat. Hi, Bruce.
Hi, Bruce.
But yeah, you realize it's like 90 degrees out. It's going to be 90 degrees out today.
Yeah, well, I mostly stay indoors, so I'm not worried about it.
Is it also hot indoors though?
A little bit, yeah.
Do you use?
Well, I only wear the flannel and then nothing. I basically Porky Pig it.
You're porky pigging with the
Yeah.
flannel.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, when you.
By your own admission, you didn't use the heat during winter. Do you use the AC?
No. Well, actually, I did once, but that's because the landlord told me that I have to use it because if I don't use it, it's gonna break. So I turned it on once to my I don't know how to say
To your
it.
chagrin.
Chagrin. Yeah. I always mispronounce that word. But yeah.
I don't know what a chagrin is.
I don't either, but I know it's a negative adverb.
Adjective. Adverbs end in ly. Adjective.
It's a
Okay.
feeling.
It could. It
Oh,
could,
right, well,
it could
I
be a
don't-
noun. It could be a noun actually. My chagrin.
Yeah, I don't know.
I own the chagrin, much to my own chagrin.
I just know it's negative. So yeah, that's how I described it.
Bruce says Tyler is he's just repoing as a Suicidal Tendencies fan.
Yep, that is correct. That's
Or a Deftones fan. I feel
Yeah,
like
it could be Deftones, but
do
then
that.
again, that's
Yeah.
just
That's also
basically
Mexican
dressing like
fans.
Chino. Yeah.
I have no identity, so I just latch on to what I see on the internet.
No, did you watch Be Quiet and Drive Far Away on the way over here, the music video?
No, but I did watch it a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay.
It's such a good song. I love it.
I made a music video in high school for Shove It.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Me
sick.
and my friends. It was really fun.
That's awesome.
We recorded it in triple speed and playing along with it, and then slowed it down so we were playing along with like on the top of a hill. It was really fun.
Well, speaking of Mexicans and music
rapping.
videos, I was walking through Midtown last night, and there was a whole. I don't want to use the word gang, but there was
Here we go.
There was a crowd of them. They were filming a music video.
Them?
Yeah,
Okay.
them, they, them's. I didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
Filming a music video in an alleyway
Uh-huh.
by the heart of Midtown.
Did you go behind the camera guy and give him some like pointers? Like, oh, are you gonna do it like that?
No, but I was wearing a T-shirt that said "local filmmaker" on it.
Oh, that's funny.
But I was like, oh, they look like they're having fun.
Did it have the music for the song playing?
Yes, on like
What kind of song?
JBL.
What kind of music was it?
It was rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like 10,
Local rap, the best kind.
yeah, 10 or 15 of them,
Yeah.
all like doing that sort of like local rap video type of energy, where they're just a crowd of them, and they're all just
And there's like
behind the singer, and then the guys rapping, and then I mean they had good lighting.
Good. I speaking of local rap, I had a friend of mine. I used to work with him at a shop in Davis when I worked in Davis, and he was his name was Sean Ye, and he went and his recording artist name was Ye.
Sean Ye East.
Yeah, before Kanye West changed his just name to Ye.
And then he was like, now what I'm going to do?
He's like, fuck. I'm the second most famous Ye.
I think it's pronounced Yee.
Is it Ye?
Yeah.
Oh, like Yeezus, like Yeezys?
Kanye West.
Kanye. So, anyways.
Actually, you know what? That kind of makes sense. Why is it? I've only heard it pronounced
Yee.
Yee. No,
Yee.
now I'm saying yay.
Yee.
Yee.
So
Let me hear your yay.
the reason I brought Sean Ye up is I went to go see, I've seen a bunch of local rap before, and it's always the worst. Live. Yeah, I've always the worst live. Like you hear this album and you're like, okay, it's not bad. And then you see it live and you're like, they're just rapping over the track.
Yeah.
Over the vocals. It's terrible. And I've seen some like actual like named rappers, like I saw Pusha T at Ace of Spades one time, and he was just rapping over his own tracks. It was garbage.
Yeah.
But I saw Ye open for Twista at Ace of Spades, and he was the last act before, because they always had like 8 acts before at those places, and most of the local rappers only have like 3 or 4 songs they'll perform. And so he was him and his I don't know if he doesn't record generally with a partner, but he had him and one other person on stage, and they were fucking legit, like actually good. Levels were good. It was over an instrumental track, not just the track from the album and stuff. And I'm like, this guy's good. And then Twista comes out and starts singing. Maybe it was Pusha T. I know they were both performing together at one point, but it was god awful, terrible.
Weird.
Yeah, I left after one song.
Yeah.
So, anyways, shout out to Ye. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, well, they get a reputation. They're like, well, I don't have to try anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. And the twist, I think Pusha T had like 9 guys on stage. They were all thugged out, and every one of them looked like they were drunk or stoned and doing nothing, just wandering around with a bottle of Hennessy.
Wandering around
the stage. And I'm like, get off the stage. You're not doing anything. Get out of here.
Yeah.
What do you think this is? Mighty Mighty Boss Stones? You can have just the one guy that just skanks the whole time. So,
We're skanking.
anyways, we got some fun in store for the show, so let's get right to it.
Find some charity, you lad. Now's the time for Gab and Chatter.
Gab and Chatter are movie news of the week, but no news this time. Joseph's coming back one more time to torment us with some new trivia.
Yes. Back again with trivia. You know, this trivia stuff, it's really just for me.
I like it, and so does the class.
Because news stories, you know, when there's like no news, like interesting news, I feel like I'm not having as much fun. And I like trivia. I
love trivia.
I like participating in trivia. I like giving trivia. And it's fun. And like I want to talk about like the fucking Darren Aronofsky perpetuating AI and like bullshit like that.
It's depressing, really.
Pushing my agenda for the day. Fuck AI.
I know.
Once again,
More AI. Just see that Gen 3 shit that Google's got? My God.
yeah.
Our grandparents are cooked.
I know. But anyway, so yeah, trivia last week was Unfair Edition. That was fun. It was more of a bit than anything, with like half actually hard questions, but like unfairly hard questions. I just thought it would be funny.
Yeah,
and the last one was aggressive trivia before that. Also,
one was my favorite.
That one was for me.
That was more so you can cuss us out.
Yeah. Get my airing of grievances.
Yeah.
This
Son of
week,
a bitch.
taking a different route. As you mentioned in the intro there, we're going to play MCFC Subjective Trivia.
Right.
Welcome to Trivia Subjective Edition. And I bet you're wondering, what does that mean? Subjective. Definition of subjective is like one's own opinion or like your point of view, right?
It's arguable.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a fact.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, I have 10 questions and a bonus question. So 11 questions. And I'm going to ask both you guys the same question, and each of you are going to give me a response,
Okay.
and I'm going to choose the one that I like the best.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So you have
So
to
there's-
you have to convince me of your answer.
So this is almost like debate, speech and debate.
Sort of, yes.
All right, cool.
Yes. So,
Tyler, you're a formidable opponent. I wish you luck.
essay question. The best part of taking tests in school.
Sexual assault question.
Yeah, the essay questions.
Oh. Is this sexual assault?
S.A. question. Yes or no? Okay.
All
First
right.
question, and some of these are kind of tailored to you or to you.
Okay.
As far as I know. First question. If Daniel Plainview, we all know who Daniel Plainview is, right?
Yes.
Okay. If Daniel Plainview was real and alive today, who would he have voted for in the 2024 election, and what industry would he dominate instead of the oil industry?
Instead of the oil industry?
Yes. Because he discovers oil when he's looking for silver, right?
You got it. Okay. Can you give us the thinking question?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Everyone wants to go first.
I got to think first a little bit. I'm not just
Okay.
going to
Sort of a two-parter.
shout my answer.
Who would you have voted for in the 2024 election to further his interests as an oil
And
as a
this is a
industry tycoon? And what industry would he dominate?
This is a modern day Daniel Plainview. Well,
Do we have to? Is it just Trump or Biden?
Come on.
Or sorry,
Kamala.
Trump or Kamala?
Yeah.
well,
Is it just those two options?
yeah.
Yeah. What do you
Or
think?
I mean,
like
unless
you want to go back to like the primary election?
Yeah. So the primaries. One of the candidates. He's like, oh,
Okay. How about if I rephrase it as would he be Republican or Democrat?
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Well,
That'll give you a more of an idea of who you would have voted for.
Okay.
I mean, based on my
ahead, Tyler, yeah.
based on my knowledge of the character itself, of himself, definitely Republican. And if it's modern day, he would have voted Trump, and I think he would be probably a like a special metals tycoon, like special minerals. You know, where they make the iPhone. What they,
The silicone chips or whatever.
yeah. I think he would have a really great time exploiting those people in the third world countries.
Okay.
Okay. Definitely a Trumper. But I'm gonna go with fracking. I mean, he's
But
still
that's
oil.
that's still oil.
No, it's not. Fracking's not for oil.
A gas, isn't it?
Oh, gas.
Fracking's for, I believe, gas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gas. It's just a different type of drilling.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Interesting. Oh,
It's a risky answer. Well,
Well,
after question.
For 1 million points.
Okay. What is it?
Tyler. All right. Is I feel like the likely
Bruce says
path he would have taken.
Bruce says crypto. He would have voted for Trump and be a crypto bro.
Also likely. Both
Yes.
good answers,
Yeah.
but ultimately, I personally, that's why it's subjective.
All
I
right.
feel like
very good. Okay.
Tyler had the better argument there.
I think this
Okay.
is the first time I've ever gotten 1 million points on your show.
Next question. For 2 million points.
2 million. All right, for 2 million.
Actually,
Okay.
Also for 1 million.
Okay.
Of the Fellowship of the Ring, of the Fellowship members,
Ooh.
who would tip the best and who was the most likely to dine and dash?
Tip the best, and who would dine and dash?
And if I'm going to answer first, and I have to,
Yeah.
I'm going to say in this situation, can we not copy each other's answer? Because that would just mean a tie.
Yeah, same. I agree with that. Yeah, you can't do that.
Okay, so I'm going to say of the Fellowship, tip the best. Samwise Gamgee, Dine and Dash, Peregrine Took.
Peregrine Took.
Oh wait, those are two people. Okay.
The two people.
Yeah,
Who would tip the best and who would
and who
most
would
likely
dine.
to Dine and Dash?
All right. Well, you took one of my answers. I think he would.
Samwise is the easiest to latch
course.
on for anything nice.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think that Legolas would tip the best, or Aragorn, because they have like unlimited wealth because of how old they are. So they probably wouldn't even care. They're just like, yeah. It's like that Arrested Development scene where she's like, "How much a banana could cost? $8." So
It's a banana, Michael. How much could it cost?
yeah. So I think like they don't have like a like a perception.
Well, which
of-
one are you going with? Legolas or
You gotta pick
Aragorn?
one.
Actually, yeah, I think I'll go with Aragorn being the best tipper because he's a man of honor. And then who would dine and dash? Strangely, I think Legolas would dine and dash
Okay, Legolas.
because he's not a part like he just eats. He barely needs to eat food. So I feel like he would probably like take a little bit of bites and then he would just get up and walk out.
Okay.
Aragorn and Legolas for
Yeah.
you.
I say
All right.
Samwise and Peregrine took.
Well, I think that both of you are half wrong. And
But one of them,
Yes.
one of us has to be closer.
I think,
Or do we both
think-
get 0 points?
I think you guys get 500,000 points
Each?
each.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I think that you were right about Samwise
Yes.
tipping the best. Anything nice, he's probably going to be the,
Yeah,
the top.
Easy answer.
Yeah. But I think you were close with Legolas. And I think Bruce also gets 500,000 points. 'Cause I
All
think
right.
Gimli.
Can we get a correct answer for Bruce?
Gimli.
Hey, Bruce Berkey on the board.
Gimli would be the one to most
I almost said Gimli.
likely dine and
Yeah,
dash.
he's a little mischievous.
Gimli was my third option
Yeah.
behind Mary Doc Brandybach.
I think that honestly, of the people who would not tip would be either like Legolas.
Legolas,
I think because they're rich, they wouldn't tip very well.
they don't see the value in it. They're
Yes.
like, I already paid you. Also, they're logic based.
That's
and
true.
tipping is not
Yeah.
logical.
That's a good point.
The American mind cannot comprehend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 500,000 for Tyler,
Yeah,
We're both
500,000
tied.
for me.
And then 500,000 for Bruce. Good job, Bruce.
But he's got $1 million more.
I got
I'm tied
1.5.
with Bruce. Okay.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm tied with Bruce right now.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm gonna keep track with the score.
Next question. What is Bruce Wayne's Taco Bell order?
Love it.
It's thought about you, Pete, when I wrote this question.
Thank you. I have a famous drunk party trick where I can, if you tell me your go-to, two things: your favorite Taco Bell order and what you actually order. I could tell you everything about yourself.
Wow.
Well, now that what you know about Bruce Wayne,
I have to be drunk though. I've never done it in reverse or sober.
Okay.
um,
Bruce Wayne's Taco Bell order. What's when he's pulling up in his
So distinction: favorite order or what he actually orders.
what he actually
Like
orders?
where he
I
pulls
mean,
up
we're
to
not,
a
that's
drive-
your delineation here.
I know, I'm just saying.
What is his order?
When he pulls up to the window, what does he order?
Yeah, what is his order? What is his go-to?
well, this is a man of great wealth, so he's eating.
But he's not too good for Taco Bell.
He's eating fancy. I feel like if he's going to Taco Bell, it's out of desperation, or the sheer.
He pulls up in his tumbler.
Yeah.
And then-
The tumbler.
yeah.
I think he wouldn't know what to order, so he'd be like, "Could I get a taco and
A taco
burrito?
from Taco Bell. A taco and burrito.
Yeah.
But like, what specifically?
Just a taco and a burrito." He wouldn't know what to do with
But what
himself
menu?
with all the
What
menu items.
menu item?
A taco and a burrito. You can just get a
You
taco.
can just get a plain taco,
Yeah.
beef crunchy taco,
Yeah, beef
and a beef
crunchy
burrito.
Okay,
taco.
we'll say that then.
Okay, beef crunchy taco and a
Oh,
beef
crunchy
burrito.
taco.
Tyler's the guy that goes to Starbucks and orders a coffee.
I'll take a coffee.
I'll have a coffee,
black.
please.
Yeah.
You guys even sell that anymore?
I know.
No, I get my Starbucks order is
No, we're not talking Starbucks orders.
Okay, well,
You're gonna have to
anyway.
recycle this.
Okay, so
So he's getting a crunchy beef taco and a beef burrito because he's so overwhelmed by all the other menu items. He has no frame of reference because of how.
you're saying that this is his first time going to Taco Bell.
Right.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't think
Wow,
he
that's
frequents the restaurant.
wild take here.
A crunchy,
$1.12's worth of order.
crunchy beef taco and a burrito.
Yeah.
Crunchy, huh?
I'm only putting it in the context that it's out of like desperation.
No.
or
You
is
can't
it-
explain it. You can't explain it. It's his order.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well,
I
that's it.
say the opposite. One of everything.
I'll have one of everything.
One of
The
everything.
Taco Bell wheel.
Yeah, the wheel. We order the wheel.
So he just orders everything.
Yeah. Taco Bell, can I help you? I'll take one of everything.
Yeah, but he's Bruce Wayne, not Batman.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, so Bruce Wayne would order one of everything.
I'll take one of
Batman,
Now what
Batman
would
would
Batman
order the number 8, which is the Mexican pizza, two taco supremes, and a large Baja Blast Mountain Dew with cinnamon twists.
So Bruce Wayne would order what?
One
everything.
One of everything?
Yeah.
No drink?
Ooh, good question. Also one of everything.
One of every drink. Wait, separate drinks or all in one cup?
No, the idea for me, the idea behind this is that
He's so rich.
he doesn't. Well, for one, he's so rich he doesn't care. Also, as was established, he buys restaurants at will.
Yes.
And
hotels.
He's like, sir, you can't do that. I think I can. I own the place. I just bought it. Here, stuff the check inside the drive-through person's breast pocket. But more really, if he's going through Taco Bell, he's got a party going. He's got friends back at the mansion. Probably in the truck with him right now, stacked 3 deep in the passenger seat.
Okay.
Supermodels. So one of everything and a bunch of sodas.
Okay.
One of everything.
Okay. No drink for you, just the food.
Yeah, I think he would. Or
Glass of water.
I think he might. I mean, well, Taco Bell's a Pepsi restaurant, so he'd probably get a small Pepsi.
Small.
Yeah.
Okay. Too much sugar.
Well, he has to keep his figure.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he's going to talk about. He's trying to bulk up.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up, Michael?
Okay.
Anchor outers in the chat.
Well, this could go either way, to be honest.
I wanted to make it hard for you, Joseph.
But I like the commitment that Pete gave into the Batman order, even though that wasn't the question. Thank you.
All right. We're tied.
I don't think he would get a crunchy taco.
Hell yeah.
He's a soft taco.
He's a soft taco guy.
If they had lobster thermidor, he would probably order that.
Yeah.
Like
If he had a shrimp Louis, he would.
Bruce says Crunchwrap Supreme, and he'd also dad joke Taco Cat. Taco Cat backwards is Taco Cat.
Okay.
I like that this is the Lego Batman in my head. How many points was that, by the way?
Million.
Million points.
Million? Okay, cool. Well, now we're tied.
1,500,000, 1,500,000.
Bruce is way behind.
1.5 million.
Bruce is way behind.
Next question. You're driving on a road trip from Seattle to San Diego.
Okay, great.
With Howard the Duck, Jar Jar Binks,
Oh.
Bella Swan,
Oh.
and the twins from The Witch. Who was sitting front passenger? Who was controlling the music? Who was giving directions, even though it's just one straight line? And who just won't shut up?
Passenger, directions,
Music.
and
who just won't stop talking?
Chatterbox. Okay. I'm going to go, and this is what I want.
Yeah.
This is what I want.
It's like a fuck, marry, kill type situation.
I want Howard the Duck up front.
Why?
Why? Because he's cool.
Oh, okay.
He's cool as fuck.
Out of all those people.
Out of all those people, yeah. I want. Wait, this is. You said the twins from The Witch. Are they sharing a seat?
It's a 5-seater car, so.
It's a 5-seater, but that's Jar Jar Binks, Howard the Duck, Bella Swan, both the twins.
Okay, it's a station wagon.
Station wagon. So there's 2 rows of 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Suburban.
it's like a van.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Even though there's 2 seats in the middle and like a three pack in the back, I'm gonna put both the twins in the back with Bella Swan in the middle. Oh God. Just so she has to be bookended by that shit. I'm gonna go Jar Jar Binks sitting behind me.
Okay.
And Howard the Duck in the passenger seat. And Jar Jar is controlling the music.
So Jar Jar is sitting in a back seat by himself.
Yeah. I think we going the wrong way.
Oh, God.
But anyway,
And Howard the Duck, I guess, is controlling music from the passenger seat.
All right.
I think Jar Jar Binks was controlling the music.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't
Okay.
do more than one action.
But I have to say where.
Howard the Duck is sitting next to you. Jar Jar Binks is controlling the music.
But I also have to choose where he sits, right?
The witches, the twins,
They won't shut up.
They won't shut up. Bella Swan is
doing nothing. She's getting pissed off by the twins. Okay, that's my arrangement.
okay.
I would have Bella sitting in the front with me. I would have.
Pervert.
How is that perverted? What's perverted about that?
I like Bruce's answer. Don't read it, Tyler.
Yeah, Bella sitting in the front with me because
Hand gripping on her left thigh,
exactly.
headed to the west side.
Howard the Duck and Jar Jar Binks in the back. Who's controlling the music? I'm gonna go with Howard. I'm curious to see what kind of music he's into.
That was originally my pick, but I think I just want him up front. No matter what.
Run me through it again real quick.
Bella sitting in the front seat with
Doing
her
nothing.
hand on my thigh.
Her hand's on your thigh?
Yeah, she's
Pervert.
Okay.
Creep. She knows she's 16 in that.
And oh wait, really? Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on.
On brand.
Hold on, stop.
On brand.
Never mind. I was about to say something
This guy
even
is a
more
piece of shit.
inappropriate, but yeah. Anyways, okay, so Bella in the front, then Howard the Duck controlling the music, Jar Jar shouting out whatever he's doing.
He won't shut up.
He won't shut
Yeah,
up.
he won't shut up, and then the twins in the back.
You give me directions?
Yeah,
The twins are giving directions. We cannot remember our prayer.
I be not mercy. I be the witch
No,
of the woods. Turn left.
No, no, Jar Jar is giving the directions, and then the twins won't shut up in the back.
Okay, so similar.
Black Phillip, Black Phillip.
So the only difference is that Bella Swan's in the front,
Yeah, Bella
and
Swanson.
Howard the Duck is controlling the music.
Yes.
Who do we think has the better music taste, Howard the Duck or Jar Jar Binks?
Howard the Duck's probably better, but Jar Jar's gonna be chaotic, and anything I can get to take my mind off those fucking twins in the back.
So we agree that twins are the worst.
Worst.
Yeah.
Jar Jar is annoying, but at least he's not like evil.
Oh yeah.
The twins are like Satan
Yeah.
spawn.
Yeah.
They are.
Friends of Black Phillip.
I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna read Bruce's answer. Howard the Duck is doing music. Twins up in the front, sitting on each other. Maybe they'll die in a collision. Jar Jar Binks won't shut up, and Bella Swan is giving directions. Turn straight. Keep going straight. As she's blinking 50 times a minute.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Bruce.
All right.
That is a good answer.
I like it. That's a good answer.
Good answer.
So we're all tied.
Playing the game. Yeah, you are all tight, actually.
Yeah.
Crazy how that works. Okay, next question.
It's a hot race. Hot race.
Yes. Which Muppet is a closeted flat earther? Now, Sesame Street does not count
What?
as a Muppet.
Those are puppets, right?
Me and Deanna were actually talking about this in the car. We were like, "Is our Sesame Street Muppets?" Because I thought
think
that,
so.
but it's more of like I'm the Muppet. Who of the Muppet cast?
Okay, got it.
From the
Muppet Show.
Yes.
Is a flat earther.
Because then it's like the Skeksis are Muppets and the Gelflings are Muppets too.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that's a whole another can of worms. Think about it. Kermit, Piggy, Rizzo, Gonzo, Ralph, Fozzie, the drummers, Animal,
Sweetums.
I think
Swedish Chef,
I think
the scientists,
I think the
Bert and Ernie. Oh no, this is Sesame
no,
Street.
that's
Never mind.
Sesame Street. I think the animal would be a flat earther.
The drummer, right?
Yeah,
Animal.
the drummer.
Okay, Animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the obvious answer is Gonzo. But Gonzo knows it's not a flat Earth because he's an alien.
Yeah,
he's been to space.
Yeah.
Or
maybe he is a flat earther because he's seen that the Earth is
he's
flat
seen the ice
from
wall.
space. Yeah.
He's seen the end. Man, I gotta go with Waldorf from Statler and Waldorf.
Oh, one of them.
One of the old guys, yeah.
Waldorf? Just one of them.
Just one.
Oh, okay.
They argue about it all the time.
You said Animal?
Yeah.
I like to push him off the edge.
That's so good. Didn't even think about that one.
Most likely, I think it is
Fozzie Bear.
neither of your
Waka
choices. I can't think of his name, but he leads the band.
Oh, Professor Teeth?
Yes, I think he's the flat earther. The closeted flat earther. He wouldn't tell anybody.
Oh yeah, you know
But
what?
you were close with Animal, though. I feel like it'd be
Okay.
one of those, like...
One of those band members.
Because they're like hippies, and like there's like a Venn diagram of hippies and flat earthers.
Dr. Teeth looks like, or is that the top hat guy? No, Dr. Teeth is the Muppet band leader, pianist,
the band.
keyboardist. Yeah, he looks like stoned as fuck. He's definitely flat earther.
The Earth is flat, man.
I think maybe Rolf the dog also. Maybe he's a secret like pedophile or something.
Yeah, I didn't want to
There's
go too
something
dark
about
with it.
Ah, Sorry.
It's the Muppets after
All right, sorry about that.
all. Okay. Next question.
So we got 0 points on that.
0 points.
Oh,
I
shit.
get 5 million points.
All right. Joseph. Okay.
All right. Which character from Inglourious Bastards wouldn't respond to a Venmo request right away, and you'd have to remind them a few times before they did it?
From Inglourious Bastards?
Yes. Don't say Hitler.
Okay.
Like they'll
Which-
do it, but you gotta like remind them on Venmo.
Okay.
I feel like Aldo would.
Right.
I don't think he would respond right away. Mostly because he'd be like a grandpa, and he's like, I don't know how this works.
I'll
just
just
give you-
direct descendant of the mountain man Jim Bridger.
I'll just give you some cash. Can I just do that? How do I do that? You do it through the phone, Grandpa.
Well, they're the same age. As
I
they
killed
are in the-
Nazis.
They're the same age as they are in the movies.
Oh,
They're not like.
I still
now.
stand by my answer, and I still think he wouldn't know how technology works.
Okay. Would do it. There's an anti-Semitic joke in here somewhere.
Oh wait.
Oh, that's a Jew. Hunter. Shoot. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to go through all the characters.
I have an answer.
You have an answer?
I can't remember his name though.
I'm gonna go.
I can't remember most of their names other than Al Lorraine and
I'm gonna go-
the Bear Jew.
I'm gonna go Hugo Stieglitz.
Remind me who that one is.
That's the guy who's
They free him from the jail, right?
yeah, the guy who's got say Auf Wiedersehen to your ballsack.
Yeah.
Just because he would just basically his stoicism will scare you away that you just forget and never want to remind him.
That is correct.
All right.
That was the answer that I had in my head.
Really? Okay, cool.
I feel like he gives off that. I'm not.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't have that. He has the energy.
Cool. Is that for a million?
It's also for 1 million points.
Dang it.
Oh, baby. I'm out in the lead. Actually, I'm second to Joseph.
Yeah. Next question. Which of the Nostromo crew from Alien most definitely buys store brand groceries and who only buys the name brand?
Just from the original Alien?
Yes.
Okay. Store brand, name brand.
Like store brand, Signature Select,
Yeah.
whatever Rayleigh's has.
I think I don't know what theirs is called. I can't remember.
I think Ripley buys the generic brand, and I think I feel like they would all buy the generic brand.
All of them? But who's
Yeah.
most likely to not buy the generic brand? They're like, I don't want that's that cheap stuff. I want that good Ritz. I don't want Dr. Thunder. I want Dr. Pepper.
I want Professor Pibb.
Yeah.
Who's the
You can name the actor too if you don't know the name of the character.
Jeez, this is a tough one.
Hurry up, Tyler. I already gave half your answer.
Okay.
Well, you said Ripley would be generic brand,
yeah.
store brand?
Yeah, I feel like she would be. No, I changed my mind. She will be name brand.
Okay.
And then I think, does the Xenomorph count as a crew member?
Sure, why not? Why not?
I think the Xenomorph would have the generic brand groceries because it doesn't know what a grocery is, so it just grabs whatever.
So they could grab the brand, the name brand.
Maybe.
I'm saying who's making the conscious choice to grab the store brand or the name brand?
The cat.
Give us a real answer.
Come on. It's the same thing as the Xenomorph.
All right, Bill Paxton's character. I feel like
From Alien. Not
He's in
from,
the second one.
Oh, god damn it. The android
Ash.
Ash would be name brand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you just said Ripley was name brand.
No, I changed my answer.
Again?
Yeah,
And
it said-
Ripley's generic. Ash's name brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Harry Dean Stanton's character does store brand.
Okay.
He reminds me of Lenny from The Simpsons. Very depressed.
Okay.
Please don't tell people how I live. And name brand, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say the trans woman. I can't remember her name.
Oh,
She's got the short hair. She's canonically trans, it says in her intro.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you look at the actual thing. Nah, I changed my mind.
Okay.
Harry Dean Stanton is store brand.
Oh, store brand.
He's the cheapo.
Okay.
Yaphet Kotto name brand. He's the really dark skinned dude.
Oh.
The mechanic or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he's the pilot.
the pilot.
Yaphet Kotto.
No, I think he's a mechanic. Or I think he's like.
I think him and Harry Dean Stanton are the mechanics.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. Wait, no, what did you say? Ripley is generic and Ash is name brand.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
What is the correct
This
answer?
is kind of a hard one.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hard one. I think Tyler's onto something.
Uh-oh. I demand a recount.
Yeah, I think Ripley would lean more towards the generic brand.
Yeah.
Not because she's cheap, but because she's looking for good deals.
That's funny.
And then Ash, he's product of Wayland,
Yeah.
right? It's Wayland, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Wayland Industries.
And they're, he's a droid. He's conditioned to only go for the best. Awesome. Next question. Which character from the Matrix, the original Matrix, wouldn't use their blinker ever?
Cypher.
Cypher. He's essentially the bad guy.
Yeah.
Or one of the bad guys in First Matrix. Because he's a bad guy and he's probably an asshole driver too.
Probably too. Yeah. God damn it, Cypher.
But we don't ever see him. Well, we do see him in the Matrix, but he doesn't drive at all.
Yeah.
No, the only person that drives is APOC, I think. And Morpheus. No, Morpheus is driven.
Doesn't Trinity drive? In the
She drives
first
a
one?
motorcycle.
She drives a motorcycle.
It has blinkers.
And she doesn't use them in the
But she doesn't
movie.
use her hand signals.
Trinity's my answer.
Trinity's your answer?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she doesn't use the blinkers in the movie. So why would she use them in real life?
Oh, okay. Okay. And you said Cypher.
Cypher, yeah.
Interesting. Agent Smith. They don't have to drive. He just fucking morphs into somebody.
But then they're driving.
Although I don't think that's part of the first Matrix. Is it?
No.
No, it's only in the second one when he can like...
Technically, yes, because he morphs into the semi-truck that crashes into the phone booth.
Correct.
Definitely not use his blinker there.
Yeah.
I'm going to merge instantly into this phone booth.
I think that, once again, Tyler.
What? Trinity?
Yeah. I think so. She's a little reckless.
Yeah.
I'd say bullshit.
Cypher, he is an asshole. He probably also wouldn't use his blinker, but it's hard to know. I mean, a lot of these questions are hard to know. Next question. If the Predator was a cocktail, what kind of cocktail would he be? The Predator from Predator.
I don't know cocktail names.
I'm going to go with the Predator.
Think about it. You don't know cocktail names?
No, I don't.
Really?
Not really, no.
Tyler doesn't ask, he just drinks.
What is this? I don't care.
Yeah. What's in this? Don't worry. Drinking it.
People just say it's good.
I'm going to go Jaeger bomb.
He's a Jaeger bomb?
It's a Jaeger bomb.
It's not a cocktail.
Sure it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
what
got
is it?
it's Rockstar and Jägermeister. And
Yeah.
you drink it.
Okay. I don't know if that qualifies as a
think-
cocktail.
Okay, if that's not it, I'll pick a different one.
Okay.
But it's delicious.
Is it?
If you like star anise,
Oh.
if you like licorice. Which
I
which I
do not.
Okay, cocktail.
Talking about gin and tonic, cosmopolitan, old fashioned, whiskey sour,
I think
rum and coke, Jack and Coke.
I'm gonna go with a
Espresso martini. Paloma.
Paloma. I'm gonna go with a
Dirty Bird.
a sidecar, which is
Sex on the Beach.
orange juice and cognac.
Orange juice and cognac.
What's
Yeah,
Sex
that's
on
a
the Beach?
sidecar.
I don't know.
Oh.
Long Island iced tea. That's a cocktail.
That's
right?
not a bad one.
I do know.
If Long Island is a cocktail, then Jägerbomb's a cocktail.
I don't even know what is a Long Island.
It's like all the booze
It's just.
Oh.
and
Okay.
some soda.
I think.
Matt shot.
I think it would be a rum and coke.
Rum and Coke. Very, very. Just.
Well, I can't think of any like sort of like Caribbean sort of drink mixes because
You think he's Caribbean just because he has dreads?
no. I think it's because it's in the.
I don't know who's
they're-
more racist.
They're in the jungle, right? So I'm thinking like a
Tropical?
like a tropical drink, but
Okay.
I can't think of any tropical drink. So, but rum
Is
is
South America.
like
In tropical drinks. Yes.
in tropical drinks. So yeah, rum and coke,
Rum and Coke. Not
or like rum and some orange juice or something.
You said what? Sidecar,
A sidecar.
and it's orange juice and cognac.
Yeah, orange juice, cognac.
And you're saying
Also because he has dreads.
A rum and coke.
a rum and Coke. Definitely Pete's.
Yeah.
If you ever see a Jaeger bomb and taste it, it tastes like a predator.
This tastes like Jared Fogle. Next question.
You know that there's an actual name for the predator species, like a xenomorph?
Is it? Or what is it?
It's a Yauja. Yauja. No one's gonna say it.
Okay, next question. What character from Little Miss Sunshine is adventurous when ordering at a new restaurant but always regrets what they get? Or not a new restaurant, but just a restaurant.
Okay. Adventurous, and then I regret what they get.
Yeah. Or it could be just any restaurant, and they're like,
Yeah.
they always order. It's like someone always
have-
orders a burger, but like, I'm gonna get this
Macaroni and
specialty
cheese, yeah.
or this random thing
Yeah.
that I've never had before besides at this restaurant.
I'm
And then they regret it.
gonna go with Steve Carell's character.
Oh man, that's what I was gonna say.
Too late.
Why?
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 He seems a little like prone to depression, anyways, because he tried to kill himself at the beginning of the movie.
Okay.
So easy to get down on himself for things that he really can't control.
Mm-hmm.
And also, he does seem like somebody who has a what's the word I'm looking for? A developed palate.
Mm-hmm.
It's not generally like I want chicken tenders.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a Proust scholar.
Yeah.
He eats quinoa.
I think the mom character would be
Toni
my second
Collette?
choice. Yeah, Toni Collette's character.
She would always regret getting something
Yeah.
new and then
Yeah.
finishing it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote this question for Deanna because that's what she does.
Really? Joseph,
Yeah.
I don't like it. Send it back. No.
No, she won't. She'll finish it.
I know she will. It's okay.
You say Steve Carell's,
Steve Carell's character, yeah.
Mom.
Toni
Yeah.
Collette.
What are we standing at? They tied, right? Are we tied?
What was the last question?
They're all 1,000,000 points.
No, what was the last one though?
The Predator.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
you-
add to myself. I got that
Yeah,
one.
you-
I have 3.5 million. Tyler and Bruce have 1.5 million, and Joseph, you have 5 million.
Sweet.
You're in the lead. I'm only 2 questions behind you though.
And you say Steve Carell, Mom.
Yeah.
I say that Bruce gets it.
I almost thought. Yeah. Almost
The
said
grandpa.
Alan Arkin.
The grandpa.
Every day with a fucking chicken.
Yes.
All right, Bruce is in 3rd place with 2.5 million.
And he would complain about it.
He would complain.
Yeah. For sure.
I got advice for you. Fuck a lot of women.
Okay. Last question.
Okay.
This is a bonus question. Whoever gets this question wins it all. Of the Tombstone crew from the movie Tombstone,
Okay.
who definitely sits down when they pee?
Doc Holliday.
Doc Holliday? Why?
He just has a.
That's Earl Europe.
That's Earl Europe. Oh yeah, you're right. Doc Holliday. That's
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. Van Morrison.
Yeah, he just has a feminine look to himself to where he'd be like,
He's dying.
I'm gonna be proper. Sit down.
He also gets tired standing up.
I'm gonna go with Bill Paxton's character.
I just want to say
He's just the other one.
Oh.
He's the nondescript. It's not Sam Elliott. Definitely not Kurt Russell.
okay.
Not Val Kilmer. Who's left?
I can't even remember Bill
Piss
Paxton
boy.
in that movie.
Piss boy. Bill Paxton.
Piss boy. For 6 million points.
I just can't imagine any of those fucking guys sitting down to pee.
Exactly. That's why it's such a hard question.
But Bill Paxton, I could see peeing down, sitting down.
Bill Paxton is Morgan Earp. That's his.
Morgan Earp.
Allie Earp.
Alley Earp. give me a boost, Alley Earp. I like how you don't have the answer to these already in your head.
No, I don't.
You're just making it up.
Yeah. It was you guys had to convince me.
Do you see Sam Elliott pissing sitting down?
No.
I can't.
I can't see Kurt Russell. I can't see Sam Elliott. I can't see.
Val Kilmer will piss wherever he wants. I think he pisses standing up in the movie.
I think he pisses his pants.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Standing up, laying down, in the middle of,
You're seeing double. I got guns for the both of you.
I think. I think that Bill Paxton.
Hey, all right.
Congratulations.
Is that the last one?
That's the last question.
All right, cool.
Yes. Not as intense this time. It was like whatever
I
feels
don't
right.
know. I felt like I was put on the spot.
Oh man, I just barely lost to you, Joseph. Final score: 5 million for Joseph, 4.5 million for Pete, 2.5 million from Bruce.
That was for 6 million points.
Oh, it was? Okay, sweet. Okay, so we got 9 point. I win with 9.5 million points.
They all could just be like 1 point.
I know.
It's like touchdowns.
Tyler, you lost to Bruce.
Yeah.
And Michael says Tyler was robbed.
Tyler was robbed.
I was robbed.
That was good. That was fun.
I almost gave it to Doc Holliday, but like you didn't give me a convincing enough argument.
I told him he had a feminine look to himself.
He doesn't.
And then that he'd be proper and
Just because he's a dandy.
yeah, he's a dandy.
Fancy
Nothing wrong
boy.
with that.
Well, thank you for playing.
Thank you for having me.
Trivia Subjective Edition. Stay tuned for more editions of trivia. And if you have a theme that you would like to suggest, do it.
Tyler, do you want to, or Joseph, do you want to do a little trivia? I got some trivia for you.
Sure.
Here, can you have the mouse?
Oh, okay. Are you controlling the sounds?
Yeah, just so I have sounds.
You don't have these on the board? I'm surprised.
No, I only have so many slots on the board. I take them off when we're not doing it.
Now, both of you quiz me.
All right. This is for both of you, okay? And there's no theme to this. This is just regular generic trivia.
Okay.
Okay. So, there's like this is entertainment trivia questions. So some of these are movies and some of these are not.
TV and stuff? Like TV shows?
I mean, yes.
Some of these are movies and not.
and other things too.
Oh, like outside of
entertainment.
cast or actors.
Like one of these is how many single squares are there on a chessboard? Hold on a second. How many single squares are there on a chessboard? Go.
40. No, 50.
It has to be a square number because it's 8 by 8, 64.
Oh.
You fail. All right. Okay, let's give an actual movie question.
Chess is under entertainment,
It's entertainment.
not sports.
What? All right. You ready for this?
Yes.
What is the relationship between Emma Roberts and Julia Roberts?
Emma Roberts and Julia Roberts.
I have multiple choice unless you want to guess.
They're cousins.
Okay. Cousins?
Emma Roberts and Julia Roberts. I don't think she's her daughter.
No.
I would say niece.
Niece? Cousin. Cousin is incorrect.
Oh, dang it.
Niece is correct.
Yeah, it's Eric Roberts'
Eric
daughter.
Roberts' daughter, yeah. There you go. Very good. Okay. Next question. Which Ryan, famous Ryan, is the ex-husband of Reese Witherspoon? Ryan Gosling, Ryan Phillippe, Ryan Reynolds, or Ryan Seacrest? Reese Witherspoon used to be married to which one of those Ryans?
Ryan Reynolds?
Okay.
I can't look at the chat here.
Okay.
I don't know. If
Well,
that's
they don't know if it's right either.
Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest and Ryan Reynolds
Seacrest.
is wrong on both counts. It's Ryan Phillippe.
Oh,
They
so
met,
he was right. Yeah,
They met each other on the
Hide the-
Cruel Intentions.
Hide the chat.
Oh.
There.
Okay, here. Let me get the chat again. There we go. Okay, I hope it didn't crash. Okay, hold on to it. No, I don't have the thing. Oh, it's right there. Okay, here we go. All right, next question. Which director won the most Academy Awards for Best Director with 4? Alfred Hitchcock, John Ford, Steven Spielberg, or Martin Scorsese?
John Ford.
Tyler?
Martin Scorsese?
John Ford is correct. Scorsese only won once for The Revenant, right?
Was it Revenant?
I mean, no, that's Inouye 2. Departed. Best director?
I don't know.
For some reason, I had him having more.
No, he's kind of like famously shit on continually.
By the Academy.
Okay, since this is entertainment only, I'll give you a non-movie one.
Non-movie.
What is the name of Gargamel's cat in the children's program The Smurfs?
Cat?
Yeah,
I don't know.
no options.
I've never seen the Smurfs.
Do you know who Gargamel is though?
Yeah, he's the
villain.
evil.
He's the old
villain.
like
Yeah.
witch looking
Hank
guy.
Azaria.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you options. Odie, Smurfette, Scruffy, or Asriel.
Ooh. Asriel.
Yeah, Azrael.
Asriel is correct.
Is that Asriel?
Very good. Okay. Let's do this one. In which 2011 sci-fi film do people stop aging at age 25 and have to buy more time to stay alive?
Oh.
In time.
That is correct.
I didn't realize that was part of the story. They stop at 25.
At 25, that's when you
It's
start
like health insurance.
You stop dying. You start dying at that point. Yeah. Okay. Let's do.
What's your currency before you're 25? Is it still time?
You just. I don't know.
Because they buy things with time.
You get. Yeah, I think you have. I think you have 25 years already on your balance or something.
Oh, interesting.
It's ticking down to 0. Oops.
What a wild concept for a movie.
Yeah, it is weird. I thought it was fun though. Okay. In what film did Russell Crowe play a character named John Nash?
In what movie?
Yeah. Was it
John Nash.
Proof of Life, A Beautiful Mind, The Insider, or A Good Year?
I've not seen any of those movies.
I'm gonna go with Insider.
John Nash.
John Nash.
Movies again?
Proof of Life, A Beautiful Mind, The Insider, A Good Year.
Beautiful Mind.
Beautiful Mind is correct.
All right.
Very good.
The name's Nash. John Nash. I have a beautiful mind.
All right, next question. I know, Joseph, don't answer this. I know you know this, but see if Tyler knows this. Which famous actress was married to actor and filmmaker Paul Thomas Anderson, with whom she has 2 children? Amy Adams, Maya Rudolph, Jennifer Garner, or Julie Roberts? I like how it says actor and filmmaker. Famous actor, PTA.
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams. Joseph, do you know?
I do know.
What is it?
Do you want me to tell? Oh,
Yeah.
Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph is correct.
Oh man.
Because it's like, they're married?
I know. Okay, one last one. On what 1960s cartoon duo battled a spies named Boris Badenov and Natasha Fatale?
Wait, what's the question? Say it again.
Which 1960s cartoon duo battled spies named Boris Badenov and Natasha Fatale?
60s cartoon.
Spy versus spy?
And it does have a movie tie-in, but I won't say till afterwards.
Spy versus spy.
Okay, spy versus
Battle Boris.
spy. Boris Badenov and Natasha Fatale.
60s cartoon.
Bruce got it. Angry Otter got it.
Would I know it?
Yes. I don't know if you would know this about it, but I knew it. This is one of my dad's favorite cartoons growing up.
I have no idea. The Jetsons.
Boris Badenov, played by Robert De Niro in Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, fuck.
Damn it.
That was on the top of my brain.
Yeah. Boris Badenov and Natasha Fatale. He's a little short guy. She's a real tall one. Anyways, yes. Where's the... What's this? Oh, here it is. Thank you for playing my
Spontaneous trivia.
bullshit entertainment trivia. Maybe next week we'll do something
Yeah.
with the classmates, since Joseph won't be here.
I had to try.
All right, here's your mouse back.
Thank you.
Anything else you guys got?
No.
All right, time for streaming picks.
Movies.
Wanna watch a movie?
Yes, I do.
Disney Plus. Oh, HBO Max.
If I don't get the pick, show's over.
I have grown accustomed to Hulu Plus.
I like Netflix.
Streaming picks. Movies that we watched on our streaming services this week that you can watch on yours too. Tyler, what do you got for us today?
All right, I'm going to do what you guys do and rank them from worst to best.
All right.
So this week, the worst one, which isn't even, when I say worst, it feels like I'm disparaging the movie. It's not a bad movie, but it's ranked the lowest. This is 2014's Boulevard, starring Robin Williams, directed by Dito Montiel. This is one of Robin Williams' last film before his untimely demise. And this is about a devoted husband in a marriage of convenience is forced to confront his secret life. This movie is, as you can probably tell by the description, is sad by nature. And it's pretty introspective when you start watching it. It is boring at times. Not to say that the plot lulls in certain parts. It's really just low. It's like a dimly low light in a room. Robin Williams is really good in it. And the twist is not very surprising when you find out like what he's going through, but the implication of why the twist happens kind of gives you like an existential feeling.
What made you want to watch this one? How'd you hear about it? I never even heard of this movie.
It was recommended by a fan of the show, and checked it out. It's streaming on Tubi. It's really good. It's pretty good.
Which fan of the show?
A fan of the show.
Oh, this bit again.
Someone who you've seen naked?
Yeah, it was a fan of the show, Angela.
Oh, okay.
You sure about
Angela.
Yeah.
Christian
And-
government name here. What's her middle name?
I don't know.
Tell us here.
Right.
Last four of the social.
And then the second movie is also a movie from 2014. It's called The Longest Week, directed by Peter Glantz and starring Jason Bateman and my Olivia Wilde. And this movie...
It's just because you looked through her family pictures. Doesn't make her feel worse.
Creeped out on her.
Okay, let's not air that. I don't know. I don't know if this...
It's one of the top 10 proudest moments of your life.
It is. So this movie, a man receives help from an old friend when his parents stop supporting him, but returns the favor by falling in love with his friend's girlfriend.
What's it called again?
The Longest Week. And this movie is... I was confused by this movie because when I was watching it, it's really, really pretentious in its presentation. Because Jason Bateman plays a ultra rich person and just very spoiled, like womanizing narcissist. And you don't... There is some points in the movie where you can where you can sympathize with his character, but most of the time he plays a pretty hateable person. Everyone in the movie
It's a comedy or what?
It's so this is what I was wrestling with, because the tone of the movie is dramatic by nature. There is some funny lines in there, but it's not an overall comedy. But I feel like the way it's presented, I thought it was satirical because of how pretentious it comes off. So I was like kind of wrestling with myself and my opinion on it afterwards. I'm like, I think this was meant to be a comedy, like just like a really, really dry comedy.
IMDb says coming of age, rom-com, comedy, drama, romance.
Yeah, it's not really comedic in the traditional sense. So I think
Is it comedic like a Noah Baumbach movie?
It's kind of like
clever writing, maybe?
It's not even clever writing. It's just like the way that
There's a Great Dane in it.
Yeah,
I'm watching the trailer.
Yeah, The Longest Week, it has some good cinematography and everything. It has all the bells and whistles of a good movie.
Oh, it's got.
This is better than Boulevard?
This is.
This one has a 5.4 on IMDb.
Yeah, it's
Boulevard 5.8. They're about the same.
Who directed it? Tyler Perry?
No, these are all white
Tyler
people. All
Perry's
white people
The
in
Longest
this.
Week.
Oh, okay.
Ethan Hawke directed this one.
Yeah. And again, all my streaming picks are on Tubi. I've been really loving Tubi.
Longest Week is also on Prime, Peacock, Roku, Hoopla, Pluto, and Plex.
Yeah.
And Boulevard is on almost all those too.
Yeah. Because I don't have access to as many streaming services as I used to.
Tubi's the best.
Tubi is
and the worst.
Yeah.
Tubi is a godsend.
Tubi's like a snapshot of humanity. It's like going to the DMV. You would get a true cross section of the world.
Yeah. And then my second to
a lot of movies this week.
Second to the first movie.
Also one of the best intros. Tubi.
Yeah.
Tubi.
Since they updated it.
Yeah, it's so good. I like that one.
This one is 2006, A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints, starring Shia LaBeouf.
Are these all Angie picks?
No.
I mean, I'm disparaging you over. I like the fact that she's bringing you out of your show.
Okay, well, I mean,
and out of your pants. but
not.
All right, I'll put the cards on the table. Yes, they are.
But not 6 years of our movie recommendations. All you watch.
I really don't want to get.
You got to play dummy sticks if you want to get a review in.
I really. Yeah.
Do you have to see us naked first to watch a movie?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
We'll get naked right now.
We haven't done it since the days we used to record back to back on the show. Back in the early days, before the video.
Hey, I think I'm the only one here at this table who's recorded nude before. So, anyway,
you'd like to think.
Oh, what's up, Chris? Chris is in the chat. Hey, buddy.
Okay, so A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints, starring Robert Downey Jr., Rosario Dawson, Shia LaBeouf, directed by Dido Montiel.
Dido. Oh, the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Yeah, pretty much.
Isn't that the guy that did Boulevard too?
Yeah, I think
Big
so.
fan.
So
Angie's a big fan.
Coming of age drama about a boy growing up in Astoria, New York during the 1980s. As his friends end up dead on drugs or in prison, he comes to believe he has been saved from their fates by various so-called saints. Dido, a writer in LA, goes home to Astoria, Queens, after a 15-year absence when his mother calls to say his father's ill. In a series of flashbacks, we see the young Dido, his parents, his 4 closest friends, and his girl Lori as each tries to navigate family, race, loyalty, sex, coming of age, violence, and wanting out. Yeah, this movie was really, really good. It's restrained. It restrains itself in a way where it doesn't feed you the like certain plot points that you think is going to happen. Like at the climax of the movie, you think you're about to witness something, but it immediately cuts to like the future because it is all flashbacks. So like there's
Robert Downey Jr. plays Dido and Shia LaBeouf plays young Dido.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought this was it was very interesting in the way that it was filmed. Just with the flashback. I was more interested in the flashbacks. I don't know why, but like
great cast.
I've noticed that when I watch movies that the plot relies on the flashbacks that then jump to the present, I find myself more interested in the flashbacks than in the present. And so that's kind of what the detriment to this movie is. But I think the execution of some of the scenes of this movie and the way the movie feels, it takes place during the summer in New York. And so this movie really reminded me of like the attitude of kids. Just like having that like really like sweaty, like gritty feeling.
Rosario Dawson also in Kids.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't even make that connection. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, this movie, very high recommend. It's dark, but just the way that it's filmed was very compelling. I was glued to my screen.
So are you watching this on your computer screen with Angie beside you? You both sitting on like a beanbag make for two?
No, I'm
watch
just
at
at
her house.
I love beanbag.
I'm just at my house alone.
So she just recommended it to you, and you didn't watch it with her?
No,
I assume she's seen it before.
Yeah,
Still.
I think so. Yeah, just
Hey, watch this movie
alone.
And you're like,
I don't want to be there.
okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be there for it.
yeah. I don't want to get into that conversation.
I'll come over later when you're done.
And then my favorite, my favorite movie of the week that I was super. I almost
So many
wanted
movies this week. This is like the most movies you've watched in 1 week.
I almost wanted to tell you guys before we started spinning because I'm so excited to talk about this one. This is 2018's Green Book.
You did tell us.
You
about
didn't
it.
mention it on the message.
You did tell us. I watched Green Book.
Oh, that's right. I did.
Like, congratulations.
Well, that goes to show how excited I was about it. I forgot I told you guys about it. Yeah, Green Book, just an incredibly well shot film. Very interesting story. Viggo Mortensen kills it as always. And then you also have Mahershala Ali.
Hey, there you go.
Mahershala Ali. It's a really good coming of, I was almost saying coming of age, but coming out of racism story. Because Viggo Mortensen's character is racist in the beginning, and then he becomes not racist.
He's not racist anymore. It's like Albie, the racist dragon.
Yeah. I just the whole movement of the plot and the music and just like the story was really unique as well.
Now, I haven't seen this movie. I know it was a controversial Best Picture winner because one, I heard the opposite of what you're saying, that it wasn't good. I don't know if it's good or not. And also that it's based on a book, and I think it was highly inaccurate to the book from what I've gathered.
Yeah.
I think it was like the controversy was whenever it was maybe came out 2018.
Yeah.
So it was like 6 years ago. So I don't remember much about it. I just remember there was a lot of controversy around this being nominated and winning.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really good, but I don't know. I'm not a professional.
It did win Best Picture.
Yeah.
So I mean, it can't be terrible.
I think,
but then again, people hated on Coda when it won too. I thought Coda was great. I don't think it didn't feel like a Best Picture movie, but it still like was a really good movie.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was good, and I mean, I really like Viggo Mortensen in really anything he's in. So,
and now that he's playing a racist, I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I know. I remember like saying to my mom, I was like, you know what, Green Book, they got it right.
Hell yeah.
For the first half. First half I was in.
Second half, I kind of loses steam a little.
I didn't like the turn. Character development.
I didn't like the turn. Yeah, I thought Green Book was just, and actually, you know what? Green Book is not streaming on Tubi. I had to rent this one. Worth the rental. It's only like $3.
You better rent this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really good ride, and I think that there's a lot to be said about having like a personal experience to change your racist perspective on life.
One of these days, you're gonna have yours.
And then just really quickly, I watched the first episode of this show called Generation Kill, which is about the Iraq War, following it's kind of like Band of Brothers, but with the Iraq War. Really good so far.
Where's that at? Daily Motion.
Daily Motion.
Tyler's watching it on Daily Motion.
That's allegedly I am, but yeah, still good. Anyways, that's it.
You know that Green Book was directed by Peter Farrelly of the Farrelly brothers, who did Something About Mary and Ricky Stenicki.
I know,
and Dumb
right?
and Dumber.
And
Crazy.
Stuck on You.
Yeah.
And Me, Myself, and Irene.
When you look at a list of the
Ricky Stenicki.
97 Best Picture winners that we've had so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 7th from the bottom. Right ahead
What's
of
the bottom? Crash?
Bottom one, Cimarron. Wesley Ruggles, 1931.
Oh.
Then The Broadway Melody by Harry Beaumont, 1929.
Anything in recent?
Crash, 95.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Crash in 2005, I mean. Cavalcade, which I did hear that was terrible, 1933. And then Driving Miss Daisy, and then The Green Book.
Driving Miss Daisy, which is kind of similar to Green Book.
Yeah, 1989. They took 30 years off and they gave it another one to go.
Yeah, and they changed
What does
it.
that say, though, about these ranks?
I don't know.
A person that learns how to not be racist anymore. Terrible movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ban it.
I mean, the thing is, though, this is what I learned from my job is someone's got to be last. So
What does that mean?
You ain't first.
Well, yeah, because we all race to try to get back to the station first because it looks good if you come back fast.
Does it?
Yeah. And then, the
Good job, piss boy, pissing in that bottle instead of taking a break.
the attitude is, someone...
It shows commitment, passion,
yeah.
hustle
Yeah.
to your corporate overlords.
So, I mean, when I see these rankings, I'm just like, yeah, something has to be last.
But why does it have to be you?
How
How often are you last back?
I'm usually in the top 10, top 20.
Nice. How many drivers do you have?
About 30.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Coda is number 90 out of 97.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you think would be in like the top 3?
As like the best picture
Yeah,
winners?
best picture winners.
Are there any of them past 2000?
All About Eve, Joseph Mankiewicz, 1950.
Parasite.
Parasite.
And then The Apartment, 1960, which I co-signed that. It's fantastic. Lawrence of Arabia, 62. The Godfather, 72. Casablanca, 42.
These are all old.
Titanic.
It's all that old stuff.
Titanic, 97.
Mm.
Schindler's List, 93. Best
Are you
Years of
going
My
top
Life.
to bottom?
I'm going top to bottom.
What was number 1?
All About Eve.
Oh, okay.
I've heard that's great too.
It better be.
Yeah.
Better be.
Anyways, Joseph, what do you got?
Okay, my couple stream picks that I have. Whoopsie. 2 new releases, 2025 releases. From one direct to Netflix, and this is the worst of the 2. This is the new Tom Hardy movie, Havoc.
Ooh, yeah.
Streaming on Netflix. And it coincidentally just happened to have a car chase in it. So that's my supplemental car chase movie. Albeit it is like CG heavy, like really heavy. It's almost like Sin City. Like if you watch Sin City, which is like the style of the movie.
Okay.
But it's like colorized. And so it just kind of looks like a video game. But the movie overall isn't great. Essentially, Tom Hardy plays a cop who is really, really, what do you call it? Weathered.
Okay.
And the plot is that when a drug heist swerves lethally out of control, a jaded cop fights his way through a corrupt city's criminal underworld to save a politician's son. It almost looks like it takes place in the same universe as The Crow. Where it's like just this gothic version of a city.
Yeah, it's like cartoonish.
Or Gotham type of town. And the movie is very action heavy. There's some fight scenes in this movie that are like, they're fun to watch, but they just took out a book out of like Upgrade and how those action sequences are filmed with like the camera following and doing like sort of longer takes, going from like a big fight scene with a bunch of people going from like a fight to another fight in the same room, moving around a lot.
Very kinetic, very energetic.
Yeah, a lot of that. It's ridiculous on how many bullets are just carelessly fired in directions. It's pretty insane.
Okay.
I don't think it's to be taken seriously at all, although Tom Hardy is giving a very kind of serious performance. I don't think he cracked a smile once in this movie. Yeah, I mean, it's got an average of 2.6 on IMDb.
Wow. 2.6?
Yes, but the most ratings are listing it as a 3-star banger.
Okay.
So it's got 23,000 3-star ratings, and that's
But 3 on IMDb is a 1.5 star banger on Letterboxd.
huh? Oh, true, I guess so. But 3-star banger out of 5. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. I had it on sort of in the background, and it was nothing like that. Like, there's no story there that you kind of get lost or anything. So it's Tom Hardy, Timothy Oliphant, Forrest Whitaker, and then Justin Cornwell, a bunch of other people that I've never seen before. And just, yeah, a lot of fight scenes. And the scenes themselves were fun to watch, but the movie overall was like, it was all right.
All right.
And that's on Netflix. Available whenever you're ready. And then now streaming on Netflix is Hard Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Valentine's Day sort of horror movie. Which is also a more fun movie to watch.
That is fun.
The violence, also the havoc is really, really violent. Like very bloody.
Okay.
And there's some good practical effects in there, but also in Hard Eyes, there's some really good practical effects. And it's also very bloody. And you kind of talked about it like last week or week before.
A lot of fun.
Predictable. Once you kind of see a certain someone show up, you're like, it's him or her. Or both. Who knows?
Yeah.
But the ride is still fun to go on, and the design of like the mask is kind of like cutesy. I
like the mask,
the heart shaped eyes, and they're like night vision as well.
Yeah.
It's fun. It was a good fun movie, and it was very sort of meta when it comes to like making fun of romantic comedies. There's one specific segment in there where there's a guy who's just stringing along rom-com movie titles in one sentence, and he's using it as a sentence to talk to somebody, and it was very clever. I liked it, and it's definitely worth more. It's definitely worth more of your time, or more worth your time than Havoc is. I think.
Yeah.
Very well put together, well shot, and although when they're in the police station, I'm like, just turn a light on in there.
I seriously,
like, this is like how it is normally. Just like there's like no fluorescence on, or they're like set to like the dimmest setting possible.
Yeah, really.
Just for the sake of mood. But other than that, it's a very stylistic movie, and it doesn't take itself very seriously at all. And
it's like, yeah, it really is just straight up goofball fun.
Yeah, it's like Scream and romantic comedies put together, and it's fun.
It feels like a Freaky, or not Freaky Friday. Happy Death Day light, kind of.
Yeah,
that vibe.
But yeah, overall, really, really fun. I would recommend it. It's a good movie to put on like a Friday night, I think, with somebody. I watched it alone, but it was still fun to watch. And yeah, also on Netflix, and that's all I have.
Okay. I'll just kind of go through. I guess I can do like,
I don't have anything.
Do best to worst. Yeah, worst to best or whatever. New Fear Street movie just dropped on Netflix. It's like that young adult R.L. Stein.
Yeah.
It's
Prom
like
Queen?
Prom Queen. Yeah, Fear Street Prom Queen. Not good. Avoid. Yeah, not good. Not like the other ones. The other ones are actually pretty good, engaging and pretty fun and stuff. And this is pretty bad. There's not great.
Okay.
Brianna wanted to watch that. I watched it with her, and I wished I didn't. Next one. Yeah. Next one is called Death Watch from 2002.
Death Watch.
It's this is streaming on Prime, Hoopla, Pluto TV, and Plex. And I really can't say anything about this movie because the fun about the movie is what you see happen throughout the movie. Like it kind of it's a genre bending movie. It starts out as like a war drama, and then it turns into a supernatural movie. And what that supernatural aspect is, I don't want to say because then it gives away the fun of the movie.
Oh.
So it's basically trench warfare, World War II. It's in the brutal. World War One. In the brutal trench fighting of the First World War, a British infantry company is separated from the regiment after a fierce battle, and attempting to return to their lines, the British soldiers discover what appears to be a bombed-out German trench. Except for a few dazed German soldiers are left. After killing most of the Germans and taking one prisoner, the British company fortifies the hold to hold the trench until regiments can arrive. But however, strange things begin to happen as a sense of evil descends on the trench, and the British begin to turn on each other. So it's kind of like losing your mind, cabin fever sort of thing, and you're not sure if the guys are really just losing their mind or if there's something like supernatural happening. And surprise, there is. So Jamie Bell is the main guy in this, but also it has a couple people you'd recognize. Mike Downey, Lawrence Fox, those are recognizable. But Andy Serkis plays a pretty big part in this, and he's really good. So this is from 2002, so it's from quite a long time ago. And I kind of didn't expect to see Andy Serkis, back then doing like live action stuff. So again, that's on Prime. If you like kind of horrors or slasher horrors, that sort of stuff, there's an interesting take on it, and it's a genre bending piece that I thought was interesting. Very, very, very low budget though. So go into that knowing that.
All right.
That's called Death Watch. Next one is streaming on Shudder right now. I'm sorry, it's not streaming on Shudder yet. No, it is. Interesting. Okay, it goes back and forth.
It is or it isn't?
It is streaming on Shudder. Yep, it is AMC Plus and Shudder. This is called They Call Her Death from 2024. Somebody recommended this to me during Spaghetti Western May.
I've seen the trailer for this.
Yeah, and it's basically looks like a old Spaghetti Western. It's shot to look low budget with the fake grain film stock and all that kind of stuff. And that's a little bit of a crutch because I think when you make a movie that's like Black Dynamite, where you're making it to look like a crappy old movie, you can just blame the shitty quality on the fact that it's supposed to be like that. And you're like, oh, that didn't match up at all. And you're like, yeah, it was supposed to be like that. It was bad, shitty back then. There's some of that works, it's effective, and some of it I can see as a cop-out, which is fine. This is a really low budget also. But the cool thing about this is that the woman is basically taking revenge on her dead husband, and she goes like her against the world in this small Western town that's all corrupt, and same story you've heard a million times. Yeah. Except for this time, it's a woman who's taking revenge. Oh. They call her Death. And there's some really cool gore aspects in this, like the practical parts that they do is really fun. So if that sounds like it's up your alley, I think it's worth watching, but it's, again, low budget. Don't expect huge things, but They Call Her Death on Shudder and AMC. Watch Novocaine with Jack Quaid. That is now streaming for free on Paramount Plus.
Second Jack Quaid movie of the year.
What's the first
Companion.
one? Companion. Oh yeah, yeah. He's good in this too. He's really likable and really his aw shucks charm is just right in this. And he plays a dork who is basically like a bubble boy but without the bubble. He can't feel pain, so he doesn't eat solid food in case he accidentally bites his tongue off.
Jesus.
He
I never thought about that.
Yeah, so he's like ultra sheltered. But he's a bank manager, and this young employee that works for him or with him, played by Amber Midthunder, is basically
Midthunder.
Yeah, she's from Prey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The girl from Prey, and she starts coming on to him, and it's like, you should come out with us, go drinking, and he's like, I can't even eat pie. I can't eat solid food because I might chew my tongue off.
I can't even eat pie.
Yeah, their pies. They're like a whole thing, and she is fucking insufferable in the first half of this. But
really?
then you really get to know her and you get to like her and stuff. And she takes an interesting turn. This has a fantastic villain in it. You
can feel all the pain.
Huh?
This is the opposite Novocaine. You can feel all the pain.
Yeah, he feels only pain. No, but this mild-mannered bank manager has to go save this girl that he falls in love with because she gets taken hostage at the bank during a robbery.
Yeah.
And he goes on this rampage and steals a cop car and takes their gun and I'm going to go get him. And there's a fucking phenomenal torture scene in this because he can't feel any of it.
Oh, shit.
So, and he's trying to bide time. He's like, I need 5 minutes till my friend gets here to save me. And he's like, oh yeah, you should just kill me now. Definitely don't torture me. the guy goes, you know what? I'm going to take my time with this. And he's like, oh, no. And he's getting his fingernails ripped off, feeling nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And him having to emote like he's in pain is so good. He's like, oh, don't do that again.
That's interesting because like they're like, as an actor, you have to pretend to feel pain, right? So that must have been interesting to like also fake pretend act that you're feeling pain.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really a lot of fun. There's so many great scenes in this, and again, a very, very brutal movie.
So it is bloody violent.
Super bloody.
Okay.
Yeah, he ends up. Yeah,
I mean, what is the premise essentially? Like,
she gets kidnapped during the robbery, and he's going to go save her from these criminals.
Okay, and he's just an everyday guy.
He's just a very sheltered guy.
But he just happens to not feel pain.
He can't. Yeah, he was born that way, and he supposedly was going to die by 25. So his parents sheltered him, and they basically said, "You have to do this, or else you may not die." So, like when he goes to his house, his bookshelves had straps holding all the books down, so they don't accidentally fall on him.
Yeah,
he like disabled the gas on his stove so he can't accidentally burn himself and stuff. Because he's like, I just can't feel it. I could literally boil myself alive in a bath if I took a bath that's too hot.
That's an interesting line of logic.
Yeah, so it's really it basically writes itself. And he has an internet friend that he never meets before who's a really fun character too. So, anyways, that's streaming on Paramount Plus. Very good.
Cool.
I watched, I'm just going to skip over some of these. What's Up, Doc? 1972. It's Barbara Streisand and what the fuck is that guy's name? He played Barry Lyndon, Ryan O'Neal. This is a it's a comedy. It's a slapstick comedy from Peter Bogdanovich, who did Last Picture Show.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a chase scene that people compare to Bullet. Nothing like Bullet, in my opinion. It's set in San Francisco, but it's a bunch of old big body cars, not muscle cars, and they're chasing people on a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun, but it's another one that's like really, really hard to get through the characters, incessant grading characters at the beginning. But then after like the second act, you begin to actually like it, and you're like, okay, this one pays off at the end. So I think this is worth a watch. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere if I rented this one. Yeah, I had to rent this one for like $4. But that's What's Up, Doc. And that was a recommendation from Jason Kleberg. The best recommendation of the week, though, is on YouTube. And this is from our pal, Joseph Bridges. It's a documentary called Audience of One from 2007. And it is basically like American Movie crossed with The Room.
Oh, God.
Crossed with, what's the movie? Christian film or God film? Or there's a movie, a narrative movie that's about it. About like religious films, making a religious movie. I can't remember what it's called now, but it was okay.
Making a religious movie. Oh, I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like faith-based or...
Faith-based movie. That's what it's called.
Is that what it's called?
It's called Faith-based movie. So... But this is a documentary, and it's fucking real, and these guys are still at it. This is from 2007, and it follows this Pentecostal church in San Francisco called the Voice of Pentecost.
Mm-hmm.
And the pastor of this church is 100% delusional, insane person, which many pastors are. And he's never seen a movie his entire life until age 40.
What?
Never seen a movie. He was raised in the church. His mother founded that church.
It's crazy.
And when she became age 65, she handed the church off to him.
Mm-hmm.
And their relationship is great too. Because at some point, they're like, are you... She says something like, he never lets me preach anymore. I never should have gave the church to him. I did the right thing to do it when I retired at 65, and now I can't even preach at my own damn church.
Yeah.
And he decides that after watching that movie, it doesn't say which movie it is. I wish they did. He decides that God has spoken to him and said that he needs to make a movie that will blow away all of Hollywood and show the true power of God and, and bring glory to God through this movie. So,
got it.
So he sells his house. He moves in with his mom to fund this movie.
All right.
Which at least I can appreciate the fact that he's not like a Righteous Gemstones type person who's like
give me money to make this
taking
movie.
all the money and embezzling it. And I'm sure there's probably some of that too, but in all reality, it's more incompetence than embezzlement, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because every person that's in charge of making this movie are either members of the church, people they got for free from Craigslist, or his family members.
Okay.
So like his daughter is doing the art direction. His wife and his other daughter are doing the costumes. All the people within the church that are all burnouts and like former druggies and acid heads and stuff are doing props and things like that and set design. And it's billed as the 10 Commandments crossed with Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
And
The movie he's making.
The movie's making is called Gravity: The Shadow of Joseph.
Oh. A shadow of me.
so
Yeah, that's right.
ridiculous. Shadow of me.
And probably every 5 to 10 minutes, you hear a line that is delivered with 100% seriousness that is one of the most insane things I've ever heard. Like, if you're making an indie movie, and it's even funnier too if you have any semblance of what it takes to make any film, even a short film, even a low budget film, nonetheless a feature film that is supposedly going to be blowing the doors off of James Cameron and George Lucas and all this stuff, because that's what they say in it.
Yeah.
He says, "What if you're going to shoot like an entry level movie in 2004? What type of video do you think you would film it on?
Like the format?
Yeah, what format?
Probably like an HD cam or like a tape
It could be a
camcorder.
Yeah, it could be some sort of digital camcorder, or like maybe if you could do it on film, it'd be a, I don't know,
60 mil or 8 mil,
something small format.
Yeah.
He says we only want the best, so we're going to film on 70 millimeter
What?
IMAX film. And not only that,
Where does he get access to that?
he bought it. He just bought it.
Oh my God.
With all his congregation's money.
Jesus Christ.
So not only that, he's like, well, we got the cinematographer. He tried to talk us into shooting on 24 frames per second, just like everyone in Hollywood does. And we said, if we're just going to do it like everybody else, why are we even doing it?
Oh my God.
So we're going to shoot it on 60 frames per second. So they're filming 70 millimeter, 60 frames per second. Which I don't even know if it's true. At some point when the cinematographer says that, or the camera operator is saying they're shooting on 65 millimeter, 60 frames a second. Either way, that's insane.
Yes.
Real film, large format
that's-
real film, 60 frames a second. So the pastor says, we're shooting on 70 millimeter, 60 frames per second. Every second we're rolling is a tremendous cost to the church.
Yes.
But hey, that's God's plan.
That's God's plan.
And everything that
He was
goes
on a mission to God.
everything that goes wrong in this, it's a God's plan. It's God's plan. Don't worry. God will help us. God will save us. And it's
in
not,
his hands.
And it's not like they're trying to do something simple. The first shoot is in Italy. They fly their fucking production, their church, to
God.
Italy. And it's all supernatural sci-fi. So they're like, we need to have animals that people have never seen before in this. So we invented this animal called a desert drask. Kind of looks like a lizard, but different, And then it cuts to them having this discussion about, well, this shot has to open up on the space chinchilla. Do we get that yet? And the guy goes, yeah, we talked to the Italian zoo. We're going to see if we can borrow some of them. You're like, it's fucking insane.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And then
crazy.
they hire some actual real professionals and they don't listen to them at all. Like the one guy's just like, you need to get there like 5 days early so you can set up, because if you're only going to leave yourself with 2 days of shooting, things go wrong. A season cast and a season production, things go wrong. This is your first production. Well, we already booked the tickets, so we're just going to have to make it work. God's will. Every time they change the script, they pray on it. And they change the script literally up to the second before they start rolling the first scene.
That's awesome.
They spend they're in Italy for 5 days for the first day of shooting, and they spend one of those days, the full day from sun up to sundown, building this like stone fire pit for the center of town, supposedly, and these little stone towers that are like flat rocks. And at one point, the director goes, "You think they could be able to get that done in time before we start shooting?" And the guy's like 2 hours tops, maybe. These guys are good. Smash cut 12 hours later, they're still disassembling it to rebuild it again.
Oh my God.
It's so insane. And it's at some point when they come back to the States, they rent out Treasure Island, the giant building out there that's on Treasure Island in San Francisco. they rent it from the city. It's like $17,000 a month rent. And there's nothing in there. It's a fucking gigantic empty building. And they're using like some of the offices, and they're like, look at us. We're big time. And we're like, at one point, he sits in a room with all these people in the congregation when he's basically begging them for money.
I need more money.
And he's like, they said it was crazy that we could have done this. It's been 4 years. I saw some guy that said, you're still doing that. I thought you would have given up a long time ago. But this is God's will. And you know what I'm looking at right now? I'm looking at the future of the producers in Hollywood and television right in this room. Every one of you are going to be famous producers because of this. After this movie comes out, you're all going to be rich and famous.
Oh, man.
And you're like, what a scumbag.
Like the longest con ever.
And me and Brianna were talking about this as we're watching it. And I'm like, she's like, do you think he believes that or he's just a shyster? And I'm like, I think this guy actually believes it. I think he's that dumb.
Well, because he's using the money to make the movie. He's not
Correct.
he's not using the money for anything else.
They're living in squalor. So I have to believe that he truly believes it. Whereas to, Danny McBride in The Righteous Gemstones just wants to get the money so he can buy another, gold-plated Cadillac or something like that.
Yeah.
So this, I'll put the link in the show notes for this, An Audience of Ones from 2007. I thank you so much to Joseph Bridges for this, because on the Letterboxd, it only has 460 people even logged this movie.
The documentary?
Yeah.
It feels like a wild, fun watch.
It's really fun.
Someone's filming the making of this the whole time.
Unprecedented access. They have footage in the church when he's doing like sermons and stuff. And they're Pentecostal, so they speak in tongues.
Oh, God.
So he's got access to them in a prayer circle where they're all, and they're all speaking in tongues. And Brianna's like, what are they doing? Like, that's what they believe. They believe that they're channeling the Spirit of God into their language.
Holy Spirit is working its way through them.
Yeah, God is giving them a message that their human voice cannot comprehend, and that's what comes out. That's so cringy. So
Wow.
It's like a mixture of Jesus Camp and
in The Room,
American movie.
Yeah.
Specifically American, because he's trying to make a movie the whole fucking time.
And there's a guy in there who's probably about 55, 60 years old that it looks like, it reminds me of, if Tyler grew up in San Francisco and then 30 years from now, we're looking at his future.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And he's one of the main characters, and they interview him a few times. And he's like, man, I always wanted to be in the movies. I always wanted to be an actor, but then I got into warehouse work and forklift driving and construction. And I just thought, that's never going to happen. But then I answered this Craigslist ad to be a actor in their church play. And they said, man, you got it. You got like the face or something. Look at me. I'm a fucking actor. I'm acting in this movie.
Look at me. I'm an actor.
I know. And he's so excited to just be in Italy. And he's the most bizarre character. And they're like hanging the whole movie on this guy who's clearly on another planet. It's so funny. So anyways.
Audience of one.
Audience of one. And they say that because they're saying, we're not making this for Hollywood. We're not making this for the audience. We're making this for an audience of one, for God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So everything we do, we have to do to please him.
So who put together the documentary? Did they put it together to like showcase it like that? Like him as
it's taking the piss. Like, it's not favorable, the documentary.
Okay.
It's to show the absurdity. And this was a famous thing that was happening because it was like, it made the local newspaper. Mm-hmm. It was going on for years. And then when they leased out the Treasure Island building, it even made even bigger news. They're like, oh yeah, this. And this production company is called What You See Is What You Get Production. WYSIWYG Production.
Okay.
Christian WYSIWYG Productions is what they call it, actually. WYSIWYG.
WYSIWYG.
Yeah. What you see is what you get. And the WYSIWYG way on set is you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't have sex. So when they hire these people off Craigslist, and the one guy goes, yeah, they didn't tell me about the WYSIWYG way before I signed up. So like, I'm not allowed to drink when I'm on set. Can't smoke either. And he's got a cigarette in his hand. He's like, I probably wouldn't have taken the job if I knew about that, but I'm here, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anyways, watch that. It's a fucking phenomenal documentary.
Oh man, that sounds like a great time.
It's really, and it's actually built, it's like made well too.
Okay.
So anyways, anything else, guys?
I ain't got nothing.
All right. So thank you to our cool ass yard duties over on Patreon. That's Javier, Heather, Michael, and Chris. If you want to support us on the Patreon, you can do so too at patreon.com/middleclassfilmclass. Or you can just watch the live stream, watch the videos after the fact, or just spread the news. Tell a friend or family member, somebody that you know that likes movies, likes hearing people talk about movies, or just likes laughing, I guess.
Likes listening to things.
Listen, yeah, people with ears and eyes and expendable time they can actually spend watching stuff.
Recommend this to someone who hates movies.
Hey, that's a good idea. New market.
Yeah.
All right, until next time. Thank you for joining us as we gab and chatter. Joseph rips us apart with new trivia, and we talk about streaming picks. Follow us later on in the week, or later on today if you're on the live stream, as we review The Blues Brothers, our Patreon pick for Car Chase May. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/MCFC podcast, and to send us an email, mcfcpodcast@gmail.com.
And follow us on Instagram at Middle Class Film Class.
And on TikTok at Middle Class Film Class, and on Twitter at Podcast MCFC.
All right. If you're live stream, stick around. We'll be right back. If not, we'll see you later.
See ya.
See ya.
Class dismissed.
I gotta get out of here.
The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
You're free to go.
See you next week.
See you later.
See you later.
That's a wrap.
Great show.